Hello, friends. Happy March to you. Hard to believe we're already in March, but we are here. And as the year keeps moving along, we're going to take a quick look back at the February Lubbock real estate market and show you what happened for the month of February. So we're going to jump right into it. And as always, we've got four metrics that we look at, which will be market overview, buyer activity, listing inventory, and of course, interest rates. So let's talk about the overall activity for February. It was a good month for the real estate market. After being pretty much flat January year over year, February saw a nice uptick with over 8.5% more homes going under contract February 2026 versus 25. Homes closed are down a little bit. That reflects still lagging activity from December into January. So I'm not really concerned about that. Median home price really flat for the most part, but the average sold price saw a nice increase of 4.3% year over year. It puts us about 1.3% up year to date. And of course, days on market is one of the most interesting numbers because we now are seeing that we're up about 10 days average days on market for the listings that closed in February. So part of that's due to still a pretty high level of inventory, which has come down from the peak towards the end of last year. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. As we look at the under contract activity, you'll see that we had 462 homes that went under contract in February compared to 435 in January. Now, just a reminder, I think that January's numbers were tempered a little bit because of the winter storm in late January that shut things down and slowed things down there right at the end of the month. But as you look back a year ago, we're at 428 homes that went under contract versus 462, a nice uptick. And I think a lot of this is enhanced by the lower interest rates we've seen, as we'll talk about in just a minute as well. As you look at the Lubbock County active listings, we held pretty much steady February to January. We were bouncing kind of that 1425 to 1450 range, so I just averaged it at 1435, which means the market is absorbing the new listings pretty consistently as they come on. So we're not really gaining a lot of ground from a seller advantage of inventory coming down, but we're not losing ground either with more inventory ticking up. March will be an interesting month because we normally see more listings continue to enter the market as we get into the March, April, and May timeframe. So, nonetheless, down from 1750 where we were in November. So that's an encouraging sign for sellers overall. As we look at interest rates, it was a good month for interest rates in February as the overall interest rate nationally hovered right around 6%. We did see even national lenders who are normally a little bit higher than the local lenders um, promoting rates right at 6%, and then some just a hair below at 5.99%. And then with some of the local lenders, we saw rates down like around the 5.65 to 5.75 range. Now, this over this past week, we have seen rates tick back up with some lenders just moving about an eighth of a point or so, 8%, excuse me, some of almost a quarter percent. So it looks like some of the economic concerns and pressures being raised by the Iran war is putting pressure on the markets, which is being reflected in the interest rates as well. If you're under contract on a home right now, you want to be in close communication with your lender about when to lock your rate because the trend over the last week has been up as they were at the lowest point we'd seen early part of last week since 2022. So while there's still good rates, we don't want to lose a lot of ground there for you if you're under contract and need to lock a rate or refinancing even. So if you have any questions, as always, you can reach back to us and let us know. Happy to help you with that. Just as you're thinking about the next few months, if you or someone you know is considering doing something, keep in mind our peak months for the number of homes going under contract is usually between March to late April, early June, with most years over my 21 years in real estate either having April or May being the peak month for the number of homes going under contract. So if you're thinking about some things in the back of your mind and wondering about time frame, but you don't want to commit to anything, just reach out to us. We'll have an honest conversation, help you evaluate what's best for you, and help you make good decisions. So, as always, I want to thank you for watching. If we can help yourself or anyone you know with any real estate questions, we're always here for you. Just message us and have a great day.